Owning an apparel brand is cool, especially when your stuff's heat, it's profitable, it's selling out, and everyone wants a piece of your threads. It seems like everyone these days is starting their own apparel brand. Credit to them, it's pretty cool. I love the hustle, but in this video, I'm gonna give you 4 basic steps to get started on what you need to do if you're lost and you wanna start your own apparel brand. I think air, lightweight, it ain't nothing. I made this video so you guys can get financially free from a young age. I don't want you working for the man. I don't want you working like a slave, working 120 hours a week for you to be lining someone else's pocket. That's not very fulfilling. I want you to, live with no regrets. So that's why I'm making this video. So you better chuck a like on this video and appreciate this information that not many people are putting out there. I'm gonna be as transparent as possible, show you some figures, show you everything you need to know to make it. I mean, it's been a long time coming. I feel like our apparel is finally in a state where I'm really, really proud of it. It's probably been 2 years. We started off in like pretty embarrassing samples and whatnot. So I'm gonna give you a bunch of tips to hopefully accelerate your progress so you don't make the same mistakes as we did and take way longer than it should have done to actually become like successful, selling good volume, and just like enjoying the process in general. These are our shorts, definitely like our best selling item. This is the current range of colors. We just did this massive singlet drop, 1,000 units all sold out, and pretty like flamboyant in my opinion. Like they definitely stand out from like the major brands in the gym. That's kind of how we're cutting through with like a rainbow, just a spectrum of different colors. Obviously the wife lover style Sigma singlets. I'm just super proud of it. Alrighty, so that leads me to my first point, understanding your niche and how you're going to stand out here. A lot of people are starting apparel brands, and that's for good reason, because it's cool to have your name behind a cool piece of clothing that people are going to be wearing on the street, in the gym, wherever it is. But because everyone's doing it, it makes it extremely hard to stand out. So what you need to ask yourself is, what is going to be my point of difference here? Am I just going to be releasing a hoodie or something like that with a cool design? Because there are a lot of people doing that, and I promise you a lot of people have hoodies already. You might stand out, you might be the game changer here, but all I'm saying here is it's an increasingly saturated market. So you need to find out what your point of difference is and then find out who's going to buy it. For me, for instance, on my gym journey, I didn't really think there were any gym clothes that I just was absolutely overjoyed about. I wanted some leg day shorts that were squat proof, that I felt really comfortable in, showed my legs off, were nice and short, made my quadrilaterals look really good. And so I wanted to curate gym items that I actually really wanted to wear that wasn't out there already. What is your point of difference? How are you going to beat the other competitors out there, and who's going to buy it? So step number 2 is getting your samples. This is where you actually get product in your hand. It's pretty cool, but it can be a very frustrating process. But in terms of actually finding a reliable, high quality, ethical supplier, that is one of the most difficult things to do. We spent literally a year and thousands of US dollars. We had a few contacts overseas who put me in touch with a few factories and got them developed from there, but it still took literally a year to get the perfect ones developed. You can try sites like AliExpress, Alibaba, but the issue is there are some good ones on there, but there are some really, really bad ones. I've known friends who have gotten scammed, just some really bad cases there, and it is a lot of trial and error. For us, we sent them the examples of the perfect singlet and perfect shorts where we wanted the logo to be, what material we wanted to be, and we got it back. We'd spent like 500 US dollars on these first samples, and they were nothing like we wanted. They were literally like 3/4 shorts. You can see the length on Louis there. You can see like how bad the singlets are. We were literally embarrassed, ashamed, and so disheartened. But I promise you, it is just a lot of trial and error. You need to actually invest quite a bit of money and get like literally 10 sets of samples down before you'll get the right ones. It's a lot of trial and error. Anyone who has started their own apparel company, you will know how frustrating this process is. But when you do get something that's absolutely fire, it is so, so satisfying. I like to run a little bit of a spreadsheet to make sure I'm clear about where all the hidden costs might be. So this is one of our first orders for the Sigma singlets we do. So this is a compound tank. The Sigma singlet is that kind of wife lover design, if you may call it that. So what do we have here? 150 singlets. Let's say we give away 30 of them to friends, family, other influencers, athletes, things like that. You always want to be giving away a little bit. Then the price per singlet was 10 US dollars. You convert that generously with an exchange rate multiplier of 1.6 from USD to AUD. Approximately $1 US will buy $1.60 AUD. You always want to overestimate a little bit with that. So that would make each singlet costing 16 Australian dollars. Then you also have to pay for shipping as well, which really stings. Trust me, that just eats into your profit margin so much. So we have the total cost there, total cost per unit. Then you have the sale price in which you're selling it. Then you have your total sale, and then you can work out profit from there. If you are working with fulfillment companies or other things like that, or you have discount codes for other athletes, so you're paying commissions or marketing costs, they will eat away at your margins. This is very basic, but you can set up your spreadsheet to look like that. Yeah, once you have the perfect sample, the perfect apparel item, it's absolutely fire, you're proud of it, and you can't wait to, sell it to people, for people to be wearing it, maybe send it out to some influencers. You need to figure out your marketing and promotion strategy. For us, we already had a pretty tight-knit, loyal community through our podcasts, through all the content we post and free information we provide. So when we dropped some pretty dope apparel items, people were already willing to buy. Now this was pretty organic. It was just Louis and I promoting it. It was pretty basic. We didn't go too hard with it. But since then, we've stretched to this sponsored athlete team. You see in America, YoungLa, brands like Gym Shark, they've got this sponsored athlete team, but there's nothing really like that happening in Australia. So we wanted to give younger content creators, younger athletes an opportunity, sponsor them with some apparel, give them a code, they can make commission and really just create a cool team. We got a massive group chat at the moment and just, people helping each other out with content ideas, with apparel ideas, business ideas. So if you're an up and coming content creator, you can actually check out the website and you can apply to become a sponsored athlete, and we will see if you meet the eligibility criteria. So if you're not doing this organic influencer marketing scheme, you're gonna have to pay for ads. They're really expensive. They can come across very promoty, but I know there's a lot of ad experts out there. We don't do too much of that ourselves. If you are an ad expert, you should probably hit me up with some tips. But yeah, you'll likely have to pay for ads because you need eyeballs on your products and people to buy them. And you'll probably need a pretty significant budget behind your ad expenditure. Make sure you do your hip thrusts, guys. They are very important for you. But what's more important is you've got the perfect product. You've got people who want to buy it. You've done your promotion, everything like that. Now you just need to figure out how to sell it. Are you going to do a drop style? Are you going to just have your store up there like a lot of the main apparel brands do, and you can just buy? What a lot of brands are doing now is they're doing these hype apparel drops. That's what we've kind of resorted to now, and it has works so well. This year has been absolutely huge in terms of revenue for us. Not that money is the main objective, but cash flow is kind of the oxygen that keeps a business alive. And these hyped up drops have done really well for us. So you need to ask yourself that question. You're just gonna have a website there where people can go and buy, or you're gonna have 6 p.m. Wednesday, we drop all this, is gonna be so hype. You gotta ask yourself that question. To be transparent with you guys, when we had the store and people could just buy their own will, our best day of sales was, say, this figure here. Since we've been doing the drops, our best ever day of sales has actually 5 times that, and that wasn't an insignificant amount either. But our biggest sales day, which was these singlets the other day, 1,000 units, we literally beat it by 5 times, our best ever day previously when we didn't do drop styles. So I don't know if that's any data there for you guys, but the drop style has definitely been fruitful for us. I know that's how YoungLa and stuff do it as well, so credit to them. Took a leaf out of their book. They're absolutely killing it. I would love to see what their figures are that they're doing. That would be crazy, astronomical. They'd be doing millions per day. Another question I get is oh, you've made all this money, Gab, surely you go freaking buy a Rolls Royce or something like that. That is probably the worst thing you can do, and that is a sure way to make sure your business fails. I don't spend much money at all. I've got my car, which is probably the most expensive thing I have. I pay for the roof of my head, pay for food, and every single other dollar gets reinvested back into the company, whether that be for the next purchase order, staff, everything like that. I ain't spending a single dollar on myself. I want to grow this apparel brand as big as we possibly can. Yeah, the biggest reason why this apparel brand has been such a success this year is because of you guys going absolutely ham on the website, getting on the drop when it lands 6 p.m, going absolutely nuts on that website. Everyone's adding it to their cart. A lot of the popular sizes and colors just go straight away. That's a credit to you guys making it happen, selling out those drops. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. I want to grow this as big as we possibly can. Let me know if you guys have any ideas for which direction we should take it, any items you want to see, things we could be doing better. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you like these kind of more business e-commerce-y style ones. But thanks for watching. Like the video, make sure you sub to the channel, and thank you.